Listen and pay attention. Let me tell you something right now. How you doing? The news don't stop. The updates don't stop. The back and forths don't stop. The headlines don't stop. It's happening back to back to back to back to back to back every single day or every other day, whether I'm here talking about it or not. You're going to receive these updates. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy J Black, AK Black Man. Shake my hand, hit the like button. Thank you for that. I am the co-owner of Shake My Hand News and the full owner of Allegedly Podcast. By the way, everything I say and do is for entertainment purposes only. Leave me alone. Thank you for your time and your patience. But back in the headlines again for good reasons. But this is actually some big news. You know what I'm saying? If anybody hates Kendrick, ooh, you're gonna hate him some more. If you are anti-Kendrick and you watch basketball, you finna hate Kendrick all playoff. Because the headline is Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny, K. Dot is a part of a huge campaign for Gatorade. And he got a commercial out right now. Let's transition. Boom. K. Dot update says Kendrick Lamar will headline one of the biggest marketing campaigns ever for Gatorade. The ads will debut during the NBA playoffs this weekend. That means they will debut. If you know anything about how the sports work, they play stuff nonstop. So this means per game, you will see this ad or hear this ad 2 to 3 times per playoff game. And it's gonna go all the way to the finals. So if you was tired of Not Like Us, you're gonna be tired of Peekaboo too. Damn. And the commercials are right here. If we just slide down a little bit right here, but boom. Not gonna play the whole thing, obviously, for obvious reasons. This is K. Dot doing push-ups, narrating and talking about Gatorade, basically. How much sweat do you have left inside you?
To hold your hand. Peekaboo, that's how you know how much you're willing to win. Peekaboo.
That's how you know how much you're willing to win. What win are you talking about, Kendrick? What win are you referring to, brother? You talking about the win as in, like the wind? Or you talking about the win? And what win are you talking about? Mr. No Round Twos? Damn. So if you hate Kendrick, dang, it's just gonna be a bad hole. If you hate Kendrick and love the NBA, peekaboo, 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 peekaboo. And that's only part one of the news updates I got for you. We have 4 in total, ladies and gentlemen. In our previous videos, we've been asking, we said Drake's legal team, if there's Payola, right, point them out. Let us know who's receiving them checks to distribute or falsify anything or to give a disadvantage to you. Let us know who's under the thumb of UMG and purposely putting us out and receiving payments. We asked for that. And according to the paperwork, they finally delivered a name. One name in particular. We heard radio stations and we heard media. They haven't released radio stations yet, but they released a media person or entity or somebody we see on Twitter all the time. And I've even used some of their information. So I wonder. Shout out to the OVO docket, great job of spreading source or whatever it is. They says Drake amended complaint reveals that popular podcast that is alleged to have received payments for promotion of Not Like Us without disclosing it is NFR podcast. Let's blow this up so y'all can see. And if you can't see, I'll read it for you. And it's the first paragraph. We'll read all 3 of these, but it's the first paragraph, y'all. That's of interest to us. And I don't see the top part, so we're going to start off with what it says. Media influencers to promote and endorse the recording and video, which is the Not Like Us lyrics and video. Dun, 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 they not like us. As just one example, plaintiff understands that UMG paid directly or indirectly. What do you mean by that? And do y'all have proof of payment? How do y'all know this? I'm just asking. Appreciative of the name being called out because we always say you'll put names on it. But it said paid directly or indirectly the popular NFR podcast to promote the recording and video without disclosing the payment as part of its deal with UMG. The NFR podcast publicly published podcast. You doing my proper. They doing my P's. They doing my tongue twister. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Prepare properly, get punished by the principles, plus plan. Pessimistic public perception, potent power, and projection can persuade the people, but being patient in the process, you prosperous and persevere. They're trying to persevere here, NFR podcast, and say they paid you under the table to do the deed, to do the dirty work. Pardon me. Let me read that again at the top. As part of his deal with the UMG, the NFR podcast publicly published podcasts, episodes, tweets, and other content about the recording. Wow. And this is the payola that they're talking about. The payola. Huh? Have you been receiving payments from UMG, NFR podcasts to distribute at an abundant rate of the Not Like Us? Now, in my eyes, right? I haven't been paid a dime by UMG. I don't talk to UMG. UMG doesn't know me. UMG, Lucien Grange, he couldn't pump me out of a two-person lineup. Even if he tried, he couldn't pump me out. So I wonder how big the payments were, though. And by the way, we haven't heard from NFR podcast yet. If they do, respond, I'll touch on that too, in terms of the topic. But we haven't heard. But what happened for them to call this specific entity out by name like Bow? It's NFR podcast. What transpired? Huh? Let's read the rest, which is not going against NFR podcast. On information, I believe UMG caused Apple Inc. to have its voice-activated digital assistant Siri purposely misdirect users requesting other songs to instead stream the recording. I thought we debunked that, though. I'm pretty sure we debunked that at one point, right? So this is not really pertinent, but I'm going to read it anyway because it's here. Why not? Online sources reported that when users asked Siri to play the album Certified Lover Boy, it went to Certified Lover Boy, Certified by Drake. Siri instead played the recording. On information, I believe UMG also offered financial incentives, including direct payments and reduced licensing rates to various third parties to promote the recording on the radio. These financial benefits were never disclosed to consumers. According to the confidential sources made known to Drake, certain UMG labels have engaged in pay-for-play arrangements with the radio and streaming services to boost the popularity of the specific songs. Okay, just reporting news. But my stance is my stance. My stance ain't changed yet. And that's, Not Like Us. I think, if anything, this should have happened with Meet the Grams. Right? This should have happened with Meet the Grams or 616. I felt like Not Like Us was going to get whatever it's going to get in terms of popularity. It was pretty much at the tail end of the beef, and everybody was tuned into it. That's basically what I thought happened, right? All right, the third piece of information updates we have for you, that we got two more after this, or two more now. Kanye West spoke up. And I kind of leave Kanye West alone because at this point, he's, I wouldn't say crashing out on Twitter, but he's doing a lot of shock bait on Twitter. And it's like, damn, man. We want the old Kanye. I'd rather hear about his music than what he's saying on Twitter, right? But in the video, he said this.
Understand what this.
And this is the same person that was anti-Drake. Again, my stance is if you're supportive of Drake, that's completely fine. He makes dope music. He does what he does. If you support Kendrick, the same thing. He's dope, make dope music. Great in the battle, did his thing. But when you flip-flop, depending on like your mood of the day, or depending on who you hate most of the day, or depending on what that person did, you flippity-floppity. Hot potato, a hot potato, a hot potato, a hot potato. You flippity-floppy depending on your mood of the day. Depending on, okay, Kendrick was a part of the Playboi Carti's album. Now I hate him. He pushed me out or whatever. Now I hate him. So now I'm Team Drake. Oh, Drake was getting at me. So Kendrick, thank you for defeating my arch nemesis. This things he said, low-key, right? Not verbatim, but close to it. And it's like, come on, man. We see what's going on. Yay! You were known for the good music, by the way, which is his label, and them good shoes. Now it's shock. Damn. Let's see what he says.
I'm so happy right now. Understand with this UMG, Drake, Kendrick situation, Super Bowl, Grammys. This shit was driving me, and you know where it should be driving me. But this is one of the biggest, if not, this is the biggest victory in music history.
The situation is not done yet. He has to win before it to be a victory for you if you're in support of Drake.
right here. I'm never finna call Drake out of his name. I'm team.
I thought he did though. Don't quote me on that because I don't know for a fact that he. But between everything that he says, I'm surprised that we say that he did it. But I'll find it out.
Drake 100% and Team Kendrick and Team all of us. Like Kendrick need to be going at UMG at this point. This is what I said in my version of Like That. I said, Lucien, lifetime deal. Like, let's stop aiming all this at each other. That's all, like, bro, you have no idea. Everything is worth everything for a moment like this where we stop going at each other and we go at the slave masters.
Now I could do an extra 10 minutes on what he said right here, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. You're on the wrong route in terms of what you're saying and how they're not supposed to go at each other or whatever it is. This stems off a battle, off a feud. If we just walked in and said, yo, UMG is doing this wrong, all power to you. But I feel like this is happening because of the results of a battle. That makes the entire situation different. I'm gonna leave it there. I could explain further, expand further, I'm gonna leave it alone. The next piece is the response that Drake and his legal team has said to UMG, which I did a video on yesterday. So this is the last piece of it. And we can move on, y'all. It's the last piece of update. Okay, here we go. Boom. So it's basically, Kiriko says, Drake's team responds to UMG, be careful what you wish for statement. Says Drake has nothing to hide. All right, let's get it. So this is the response to the video we did yesterday. If you follow my channel, follow what we're saying, just follow, period. This is the tail end of it. UMG's latest statement is a desperate attempt to spin the narrative and deflect from the truth. Drake is holding the largest music conglomerate in the world accountable for its actions and doing so without fear. Translation, you don't scare me, UMG. Huh? We holding the spades over here, nigga. We holding a big joker. You don't scare me with your be careful what you wish for, nigga. Huh? You ain't got itch on me, nigga. Cool, let's continue. We dismissed the Texas discovery action because discovery will now proceed in New York. I said that. So I said that. I said, yo, they dismissed this. They ain't dismissed nothing because they can continue in New York. And they said, that's so cool. Nice to know I'm right. That's not a retreat. That's a victory. UMG dismissed his First Amendment petition in Texas because it's no claim. It has no claim that's losing. And UMG know the case is only getting stronger. Drake welcomes discovery and has nothing to hide. I also said that. Because if he's going, it's kamikaze mode. Like, okay, if you want to say I've been with you for 16 years and you have this, that on me, don't you gotta know that? Cool, let's just show it all. Let's show everything. Let's show everything, man, Nick. Let's show everything. Huh? You ever seen what's that? Why did I get married? And the dude said, oh, y'all want to expose me. Cool. Well, you got a problem in your relationship. You got a problem in your relationship. You got a problem. Okay, we all going down. I think that's the temperament or temperature of Drake's legal team at this point, right? So Drake welcome Discovery, nothing to hide. It's not Drake who should worry. It's UMG's current leadership. We look forward to hearing from Lucien Grange, damn, by name, John Jennings, by name, damn, and UMG employees under oath. It's finna be a fight in court. UMG claims it stands for creativity, but in fact exploits it, and the artist community knows that. UMG drains artists for its profits, then discards them. You saying that's what they did to Drake? Hold on. The more we read, the more we discover. Are you saying that, indirectly saying that that's what they did to Drake, champ? You saying that UMG used Drake for the profits, and then when the battle happened, they discarded him? I'm just asking. Wow. Okay, let's continue. Artists and then discards them. Drake joins a growing chorus of artists raising questions about UMG's leadership. Who else is complaining? I want to know. Who else is complaining about UMG's leadership? Is it just Drake or is it other people too? I mean, Kanye just said something, but again, that's Kanye at this point. The public and the artists should be concerned about recent headlines involving UMG's largest stakeholder that only reinforces the need for transparency all the way up to the board of directors level. UMG said, "Be careful what you wish for, what you ask for." Drake knows exactly what he's asked for: the truth and accountability. Okay, that's the rebuttal. That's how they feeling. That's the rebuttal. That's how they feeling. So this situation will get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. All the cards will be revealed. My thing is this, even though I'm reporting on it, because I got a media channel at this point. As a consumer, when you go to Popeyes, when you go to Chick-fil-A, you just order your chicken, you order your fries, you order your biscuit, you order your drink, you go home. At this point, with everything being on the table in the future, basically what's going to happen, you get to see how the chicken is made. Does that hurt the experience of you eating a chicken if you see how the chicken is made right then and there before they make it for you, before they give it to you? That's what I'm saying with the music. So we're gonna see everything behind the books, what niggas make, what people have done. It's getting nasty. It's getting nasty, man. With that being said, it's your boy Jay Black, aka Black Man. Shake My Hand, the owner of Allegedly Podcast, one half of Shake My Hand News. Black.